The hottest podcast on the internet. All raw opinions.
What up?
What up?
What is going on?
And I'm chilling. How you doing, Queen Chola? What's happening?
It is popping in the house. Let me tell you who we got in the house.
Who do we got today? We got a special guest.
We do. Someone from the South County.
Yeah.
Representing. Go ahead, introduce.
OCXMOTA in the house, baby.
Yeah. How's it going? Thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys for having me.
Hey, bro, let me ask you a question. So, do you smoke a lot of weed? Is that why you're, what's going on? OCXMOTA, am I saying it right? Or what's going on?
Yeah, I don't smoke weed. I haven't smoked weed in I think about like 7-8 years at least.
So how did you get the
name? Mota is my last name.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a badass last name.
Damn, he's sitting there at night fucking.
I know, we think he's smoking, man.
a fat one.
Nah, the name was actually like my Instagram handle back when Instagram first like popped up, and then I was like, messing around with the music, and I had a gentleman by the name of Omar Machuca, who's from the San Gabriel Valley. I used to work with him out in.
Shout out to Omar.
Yeah, shout out to Omar. Yeah, I don't know where he's at nowadays, but shout out to Omar. And he always told me, he's like, I'm telling you, because I didn't really have a name, like an artist name, and he was like, I'm telling you that I could see that like everywhere on your CDs, on stickers, on shirts. So I just ran with it. So shout out to Omar, because
shout out to Omar.
Yeah, shout out to Omar, wherever you're at, brother.
Well, why don't you tell us, man, since you on that, what do you do? Like, where are you from? When did you start doing the music? Like, give us a little background.
He is from South County, because
South County, baby!
Let me just tell you, we come from Orange County to be to South County, and we found someone that is from South County,
hard,
just like
man.
us,
And you're rapping hard for South County.
I am. I'm going.
Yes.
I embrace it.
Background.
I embrace it to the fullest. I'm from South Orange County. My parents came here. My parents came to El Toro in the mid 80s, and I was born a few years later. Went home to Mackenzie Street in Laguna Hills. After that, shortly after I was born, we moved into our first apartment. It was a 1-bedroom down in Lake Forest, right off of near Trabuco and El Toro. After that, we stayed within the area for quite some time, established roots. We had a lot of people from where my parents were from came to the El Toro area, and we were just always around, and it's been through a lot of changes, and I never had no shame or never had any. I didn't feel the need to say I was from anywhere else, because this is where I'm from, and
good for you, bro.
Yeah,
good for you.
yeah.
Can
you know what I mean?
Let's give a round of applause for that, for not faking the funk.
Not faking the funk.
Everybody, a lot of cats from here too, and that's why I do my thing very. I'm very like in a how do they say, like a silo. Because all these people, I've seen it. Like, I've seen it. Like you went there, you went here. Or like, you say, you grew up with me, but you're saying you're from LA. Like, mind you, I see you since I was like 6 years old, brother.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so,
they're not keeping it real.
Just because you're born in LA doesn't mean you're from LA.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you never lived there.
Because those cats are a whole different. That's a different, cloth. That's a different cloth. They're way different from down here. And much love to that. I got a lot of homies out there too in LA.
One thing I did notice about you, bro, like even as you talk now, you've always been very respectful. And I feel like the younger, because we're one generation above you, but I feel like you're a generation below us. And I see that in you, and I applaud you on that for being respectful, man. He's respectful, and he's keeping it,
Yeah, just meeting you today.
Yeah.
It's very hard to meet someone at your age, and the way you presented yourself, you're very respectful, and
he brought goodies.
And you know what? Not just that, he brought tequila, which is my fave. Thank you very much. But no, I applaud your parents, and it has a lot to do with your mom and dad.
Yeah,
that your roots of where you come from, and you know what? When you come home, call your mom, tell her, Mom, you did a good job, because you know what? At the end of the day, it has a lot to do with your parents.
I know it's about your music today, bro.
No,
but we got to point that out, because it's very important for the younger generation that you're in, even the ones younger than you, but to have that respect factor for people, man. And you were always on the phone, you were always polite, respectful, you know what I'm saying, always
it doesn't go unnoticed.
Unnoticed, right.
Absolutely.
It's important to treat people so they can reciprocate that same energy. You don't, there's certain things you have to mind in this world, and if you don't, you're gonna come soon to find out that, you know, that you're not, this isn't all yours for the taking, you know?
Right.
It is.
Absolutely.
If and when you go about it the right way. But there's people you have to mind, you have to, you know, respect the next man, and women especially too. So, you know, it's just a matter of, and I'm very, like, I am very fortunate. My parents and the people around me, you know, I can, you know, honestly say that, you know, I have a great group of people around me that are, you know, reciprocate that and that mirror the same energy. So, you know, shout out to everybody, you know,
That's
good
and you
for
guys,
you.
and I just coming here too. Just I want to let everybody know. Just coming here, you know, I've never met, you know, Queen Chola or Rollo or KC.
Yeah.
And you know, it was all open arms from the moment that, you know, I just pulled up, you know, and even before then, you know, because I had spoken with Rollo a couple years earlier.
Yeah.
But I know that you didn't give him a chance, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let's talk about that.
Can we tell the viewers real quick
I have to say that.
Did you know who Rollo was? Can we say it?
Yeah, I definitely did. I knew who Rollo was when, you know, he reached out to me, and then he told me, he reached out to me a few years back, not more than two. No, there's no way there was more than two. He reached out to me regarding, you know, something, music. Yeah, regarding music.
He was trying to make a comeback.
Yeah. Well, he never left. He's still here. You know, I'm still there. Look him up. You know what I mean? It's right there.
Yeah, no, he is.
Numbers don't lie. You know. Yeah, and
he got some good jams.
And let him finish. He wants to tell a story that he knew about me before he met me.
Yeah. I did. I had to like that. I was gonna make it a point for sure because, you know, growing up, I was very, you know, very intimately like looking up, like, you know, music, just trying to get inspired, trying to see the transition because, you know, my music, the generation of music I came up with transitioned super quickly, like several times, you know, several times, you know.
Yeah, right.
So especially, you know, coming from like, you know, there was an area where, you know, a lot of Mexicanos and Hispanics were getting involved with music on a large scale, on an independent scale, and to see you know, I saw a lot of these guys, you know, which is a big inspiration for me to, you know, start getting my feet wet in music. And so when Rollo reached out, he had mentioned, you know, I had done music earlier back in my day. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to look him up. You know, he said he had a big catalog. So I looked him up, and sure enough, I was like, oh shit, I actually remember this dude. Like, yeah. Like,
Oh,
there you go. No, that's real
head is
shit.
bigger than the studio right
I
now.
have done something in my life.
Yeah, no, most definitely. So shout out to Rollo, man.
Thank
and
you, man. I appreciate
Well,
that.
shout out to you because you know what? I listening to your music, you got some good shit, and you know what?
You do.
You're very inspired. You're inspired, and I want to know what makes you inspired.
You know, I would say, I a lot of things. You know, a lot of things. I definitely the generation before me, the people before me, including Rollo, like, you know, the cats like them that should, like, you know, taking a shot at something bigger than you know what we're used to, you know. So that I got to give it up to everybody before me, everybody that was involved before me, and that is currently pursuing. You know, sometimes we don't even, as artists, we don't even know what we're chasing at the end of the day. What is it they're really chasing? But you know, I would say I inspire myself too because I know what I'm capable of. You know, I know what I'm capable of. You know, I know what I've done, what I can do, and what I want to do. But you know, I would say my biggest inspiration is definitely, you know, just a better way, something different, not sticking to the traditional things that our people usually stick to as, like, you know, first generation or second generation Mexican Americans, you know, like you know, just chasing something different and showing making a difference and, you know, making some noise. So I would say, like, you know, that is currently, you know, what inspires me is just, you know, just people tell you like it's not gonna happen, but it makes you want it more, you know.
Of course,
you want it more.
Negativity makes you want to hustle for it more.
For sure, for sure.
Musically, is there any musically talented people in your family? Like, does it come from generations? Because
yeah, it's crazy. I asked that because my pops, shout out my dad. My father had a band around here in the early 90s, and it was like every weekend we were, you know, up and down different houses in this area, and he would play, like,
the
you know,
guitar?
at parties. Yeah, no, he'd play a piano and accordion. So he had like like a, you know, norteño band. It was like,
I love norteño.
Yeah, me too. And
does he still do it?
No, he doesn't. I was trying to get him to, you know, do something at one of my shows, but The problem is that the group is just so broken up. You know, they didn't end bad terms.
What does he play though? Like, what is his instrument?
Right now, accordion. He plays accordion.
So you can probably do something, sing like a rap or something, and then just have him do an accordion, just
Here
like a
comes
little.
Queen Chola with her producing.
No, like a little,
Like
just a little hit of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a little sample or
He's
something.
gonna start writing music for you now, man. Watch out.
No, that would be something special
She
for
also
you.
sings too.
For sure.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because accordion's hard to play.
It is.
You know, like
How
they
the
say.
fuck do you know? Do you play the accordion?
No, because Ramon
Like the little
Ayala,
man. The little man. Ramon.
He calls Ramon Ayala el little man because we've gone to see him many times. If anyone knows, shout out to Ramon Ayala, one of my favorites.
Dope dude.
El Rey del Accordion. You know, so we've gone to see him many a times, but that's really hard to play. So if I'm just giving you advice, if you do something, have him play a little bit of that shit. Because, you know, even Chalino Sanchez, when you put him out there at a concert like Snoop Dogg did, even just play his music, everyone goes crazy.
It brings back a lot of your memories, your childhood. Just, you know, it takes you back to that point in time where it's like, you know, I was with my family, I was doing this, or reminds you of that special somebody, or reminds you of,
I bet
you
your
know,
dad would be so honored to do that for you.
You know, I feel like he's very shy. You know, he's very shy
just
about
have him
it.
play a little bit. Just say, Dad, you know, I just need you to play a little bit. I'm gonna rap. Just play a little bit of just something for me, and kind of go with my beat.
It would definitely have to be the right situation, because I'm the type of individual that if it doesn't sound right, I'm not gonna even give it a, you know what I mean?
But you should do it because your parents are not always there forever.
That's true. You know, that's true.
Okay, let me jump in now, Norma.
Sorry, I have to because you know what?
Let me ask the music questions now.
Oh, I am. It's music because
music related.
he obviously gets his music talent from his father.
Right.
It comes musically because
right.
you know what? My grandfather played the guitar. Now my nephews, my uncles. I mean, it comes from a generation, right?
That's dope.
I'm looking at the.
I'm gonna kick his ass.
So
This is what we do.
Can't give her a break.
No, this is what happens.
I love it though.
So check it out, bro.
Dope.
So, you know, since and I appreciate the shout out, by the way. We're gonna go back to that.
Can we move forward?
Shout out to homie. Shout out to homie Rollo for giving me something to listen to at 15, 16 years old.
Hell yeah.
You know, shout out to homie. You know what I mean? That's dope.
But I want to get back in the music, the hip hop, man. So here's the thing, bro. So I checked out your, the music you're doing. I gotta applaud you, bro. Your beat selection is very good. He got some good beats, man. And I want to know who does your beats. And since you are, I'm going to say, because in the 90s, when we grew up, we consider ourselves Chicano. Do you consider yourself a Chicano human being? Not a rapper, but are you Chicano, or what do you identify with?
I'm definitely a Chicano. And even if they want to throw me under the Chicano rapper label, I'm going to embrace it. Because at the end of the day, like, that's what I am. Like, I'm a Chicano and I do rap. So if that's what you want to call it what you want. Right. Regardless, it's numbers are not going to, the numbers won't be affected by it, and I would say like the amount of people that consume my music are, Chicanos,
Right.
I've had a few other people, other ethnicities, approach me. I look at like the analytics. Now that's the beauty of it nowadays that, they allow you to see these analytics through like the distribution companies. I'm sure like back in your time, it wasn't like that.
It was
a lot difficult.
Everybody was thrown into, if you were brown, you were Chicano rap. And I didn't, back in our day, if you were a Chicano rapper, you gangbang. You know what I'm saying? And I don't gangbang. I don't know. I don't want to. We're not talking about that, but I'm saying, it took the term, Chicano rap. They related.
They
to
labeled you as that.
as gay, and I just wanted to make like lighter shade of brown. You heard of them, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I know you're a lot younger
Shout
than
outs
us.
to them.
Yeah,
shout out to them.
Yeah.
Frank V, like all the cats before us. You know what I
So
mean?
did someone ever tell you that you sound like one of the dudes from Proper Dose, Frank V?
Yeah,
Did I not say that?
I
Cholo,
got that.
Yeah.
I went to perform in San Diego right there in Water Logan. Shout out to Anthem Menace from Sawed Off Records.
SD?
Yeah, big SD, man. The SD has a lot of love, Shout out to, Anthem Menace invited me out there to go perform at La Vuelta and Water Logan at the tire shop out there. And if you ever been down there, if you get an opportunity to, it's so dope because they call it the tire shop, but it's not a tire shop. They have like a bar, it's like a clothing store, and then they have like
that's cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah, they have like an outdoor area where a lot of vendors come through, and it's dope. It's actually right next to like Tribal Streetwear. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it.
I've heard of that.
That's been around a while. Actually, Tribal Street.
So it's literally right there. It's literally probably like a 3-minute walk from La Vuelta, right in Logan. So I went to perform out there, and I hopped off the stage, and this individual walked up to me, and he right away he told me like, a lot of people just showed so much love, and man, I don't know what this dude's name was, but he was an older guy. And he was like, hey man, he's like, you know who I saw up there? And I was like, nah, who? Like, he's like, I saw Frank V, dog. You sound like a lot like Frank V.
And that's a compliment, bro.
It is, because he's a huge inspiration to me.
We gotta
like,
tag him on this.
Man, Frank V.
Shout out to Frank V from
Shout
Proper
out
Dose.
Frank V, bro. Like him, Ernie G, they did it. Like, man, their production is so clean too. Like, and I feel like that's one thing that's held us back as a community is like, it seemed like, Ernie knew what he was doing behind the board. Right. But imagine if they would have had like that Interscope money, or like, they could have.
You got to remember, bro, back in those days, it like for Chicano rappers are just, it was hard to get in, bro. It was very hard. You know what I'm saying?
But they got in.
They got in, but and still to this day, it's a little bit hard to get in. They don't know what to do with us yet. It's getting better though. What do you think, Casey?
It takes a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think there's only like a few that are making money.
Right. Like a King Little G, I think he's making some money.
King Little G, but there's a lot of stuff behind that. There's, that I've heard that why he's still.
But I also feel like
doing shows and stuff like that.
I also feel like more different cultures are tapping into the brown. Yeah. It's too bad because it's hip hop music regardless. But but they categorize everybody. But I feel like the different cultures are starting to listen to a lot of whoever is Chicano doing the music. But we're into hip hop, man. Like, do you feel like you're just hip hop, or do you feel like you are like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I feel like I'm more like on like traditional rap, like, just like the
Who'd
West.
you grow up on? Yeah.
Man, I grew up on like, Frank V for sure. Like when I got introduced to him, but earlier before him, my first introduction to rap was made to me through my uncle, my tío Juan, who came from Mexico, and he went to El Toro High School, and hanging out there, he got put onto rap, and it was around the time that 50 had dropped his Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yes. That was a bad,
We were around when that shit fucking dropped. That shit was dope.
I bet it was crazy. I bet it was crazy because here you had this individual from New York with production from the West Coast, like, super heavily. That whole album, top to bottom, is like, West Coast like sound. Right. So here I am, young, way younger than, most of the people that were listening to that stuff. Right. And he threw it on for me, and but he had to like keep it like, on the low, he was like, hey, you want to listen to some shit? And I was like, yeah.
Right.
And, I just remember hearing that. And then that was around the time, obviously, like Eminem was like, also doing his thing.
Yeah.
So those are my first introductions. And then here comes the, accessibility to the internet through like mobile phones years later and stuff like that. Right. So now that's how I was able to find him,
Wow.
And like, through like YouTube.
Yeah, he used to be on a cassette tape, but
but that's how I found him.
8-track, babe.
8-track,
yeah. And so aside from finding him, like I found, I got to tap into like, West Coast rap, and most, like, if you even pull out my phone now and look through like my liked, like I've never, as crazy as this sounds, and don't take this the wrong way, but I've like never listened to like Wu-Tang in my life.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Do you like the music that's on the radio right now, like the rap,
like the new
shit that's on there that our younger kids are listening to?
Because you were raised with old school music.
He's in the middle.
Yeah, you're
and
kind of.
I'll tell you right now, I don't fucking like it.
He doesn't understand it. They don't tell a story.
There is no like.
There's no
story.
Thank you.
There's no substance. It's
and you got substance, bro.
Our shit was story. Look at Tupac.
Really
that
quick
shit
though,
was like,
I gotta point this out before, because I know we're all getting at it on him. But bro, your raps, your everything that I've listened to. Look, bro, I listen, and you rap. You have substance. Your beats are fire.
Yeah.
And I love your style of rap.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
You tell a story. I know what you're talking about. I can listen to it once, and I think I got what he was rapping about.
I heard Big E.T. I heard that song.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's today. That's my favorite.
So I had a little piece of paper that I wrote some notes down, but somebody threw it away. Someone threw it away.
It looked like fucking trash. He wrote some shit on a notepad.
So sorry if I butcher it, but also you had a song that you did a video with the video was very good with that girl. Is it
Carmena? Yeah.
I like that one.
That was really good, bro. That was, the production was good, the video was good, and she sang really good, bro.
She's dope.
Where's she from?
She's from Chicago. I don't know exactly where in Chicago, but shout out to her that she was up to doing the video. And I'm actually I haven't talked to her recently, but I should have already like DM'd her. I have another record with her, and I'm trying to like I have the record, and I kind of want to do something to it now. So I need to reach out to her and see where we're at, you know. But shout out to her for sure. That one was dope. Actually, it came on the way over here, and it's honestly, I'll be honest right now, like it's a record that it's like I listened to it and it's not my favorite, but you know what? I'm glad that I did it because throughout that time, that whole record, that whole process of putting it together and, you know, just making it happen was just the biggest headache. And I felt
it really?
Yeah, I felt like a lot of emotions and, you know, but it's dope. I like it because it was like, you know what? It took all that effort, but you did it and it's done and it's over with. You know, it's behind you.
It was called Player, right?
Player. Yeah.
Check it out. I thought it was a dope song. See, we don't know any about the drama behind it.
Yeah.
But the end production was dope, bro.
That's like, you know, one of the most streams aside from like Late Night. But, you know,
Late Night was good too. I've been researching you, bro. I've been following you, man.
Yeah. Late Night is what kicked it off for me. Late Night is definitely what kicked it off for me. That kicked it off during the pandemic. That stimulus check paid for the video. Yeah, that whole thing went to that video.
You know what? It is what it is. But you know what? You got that money went to something good, right?
It did.
So
good.
So really quick, I just want to tell the viewers out there, you guys got to look him up on Apple Music and really check out his music, man. Because I'm telling you, he's from South County, and that doesn't really matter. But he's making good music.
Yes. Quality music, because you can actually
you can hear him. You can hear his words.
He's saying.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He's not mumbling.
And the beats the beats you can just ride to, man.
Yeah.
Shout out everybody that's done the beats. You know,
who's your beat maker?
Yeah.
So, you know, I started out taking my beats from 96 Beats, who you know, one of the biggest also like the most streamed one is like When We Mob. He did that one.
That was dope.
I remember when I first heard the beat, so he did that one, and then he did a couple other ones after that I can't think off the top of my head. And then, you know, from that point on, I tried to tap in with this dude named Hunger Force. Like his name is Hunger Force Beats. Shout out my dog Hunger Force. That's my good homie right there. It's a big homie right there. You know, dope producer, and I haven't talked to him lately, but you know, I'll be tapping in with him soon because I'm gonna need some more beats, Hunger Force. But
we need
he's
some more
dope.
beats.
You know, so I started, you know, trying to reach out to him and talk to him, and you know, it wasn't happening until like I found a certain beat, and luckily, I don't know if it was the right day that I got him at, but I DM'd him and he DM'd me back, and you know, I sent him over the song that I had done to that beat. It was called Stay Focused. It's called Stay Focused. And we actually did a video together. He's in the video, you know, and along with the homie that co-produced it, Juice. Shout out to Juice. And so after that, you know, I asked Hunger Force, I was like, hey, you know, let me pull up on you. And sure enough, you know, he told me, he was like, I was skeptical about it, but like, you know, you seemed like you're serious. So like, I was like, I pulled up and, you know, it was dope. Pulled up to his house, and you know, we started working on the project. You know, project that I was supposed to release, haven't released it yet. But you know, he's done for the past, aside from Player and One in a Million, he's done everything that I've been on recently.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, so shout out to the homie.
Yeah.
Hunger Force.
Really quick, where was that video that you shot at the beach? What beach was that? Was that
Balboa.
Newport. See, he keeps
Newport.
it OC, man.
That's good.
That's dope.
Yeah, I shot it there because, you know, even growing up, like ditching school, you know, I would go over there just to, you know, just to chill, you know.
Memories.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what, like, I do this all the time with the homies. Like, why not put it on camera? You know, we don't need all that extra, you know, we just.
Sounds like you're keeping it real.
That. Yeah, you're keeping it real. So I have a question for you. That hat, is that your brand?
Yes, it is.
So that you could lower your hat just a little bit, just so
they can see it.
Can get.
Yeah, I brought you guys. So.
Oh, cool!
I owe you one, KC, because I didn't know you existed. I did, because
most people don't. It's all right, dog.
I'm looking through the feed. I'm like, okay, like, you know, trying to figure out what she drinks, like what do they talk about? Because I'm also trying to prepare myself mentally to, you know, give good info here. But I got you guys something. So before we're out of time,
I'm crying behind. Back here.
My bad, Casey. My bad, Casey.
No worries.
You know what?
That's how I like it. I don't want no one to know me.
Casey likes to be behind the scenes, and you know, we offered Casey, hey, Casey, you want to have a seat? He's like, hell no.
Well, shout out to Casey, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Casey likes
Cholo.
King Cholo.
I gave him that nickname, by the way. He's not a real cholo, but I just call him that.
Well, you guys will never know. For all you know, he could be a lumberjack. You know?
He's my sexy beast behind the scenes.
I'm just an OG.
He's an OG, man. We all OGs, and she's a veterana, by the way.
You know what? I'm the youngest of all them.
Well, hey, shout out to you. Age just a number. So shout out to all you guys. You know? Cheers, you guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. I know you asked the question, but I want to make sure he gets in. We want you to promote your stuff, man. Like, talk about the stuff.
Hold on, I still got questions for him.
Yeah, let's go.
We got time, but I'm just saying he want to make sure you get all his promotion in.
I know. Hold on, let me ask him a question. So you work, you have a family. What like with all of this that you do? I mean, when do you like record? When do you get the inspiration and be like, okay, I'm gonna go record today? Like, when
where do you record at?
It's a busy. I have a busy schedule. A lot of people don't ask me, and like it's so I work. I have a regular job.
Yeah,
and,
just like
we all do.
Yeah, and it's not really something where I know what time I'm gonna be free from that. It's just so. Usually after that, I try my best to hit the gym after that, which usually by the time I drive there and drive back, that's already 2 hours gone. So then by that time, it's usually around like 6:30, 7. And then I try to get some dinner in. And then like by 8, hopefully, like I'll just write, and if that's just a typical day, but I run my brand myself as well. I do I mix my records. I still mix some of them. Like recently, I've been tapping in with a gentleman by the name of Sam Hines out in Texas. He's from 3 Hound Sound Studio. Shout out to Sam.
Oh, shout out to Sam.
Yeah, shout out to Sam. He's a good engineer, mix engineer. And so but aside from like the brand and then having when people are buying them, I gotta find time throughout the day to also go do that, to go run that, collect that,
Yeah.
And it's not a quick thing because people obviously they want to talk and I love to hear everything that they like, I love this song and I was going through this when I heard this and it gives me like that feeling alone is better than any type of paycheck or anything because it's like damn, like you actually help someone, and so it's just really busy. Like it's really busy. But
do you have certain days that you go to the studio, or do you just say, you know what, I'm gonna write? Because we all get busy, we all work, and sure. Our podcast is like our fun. This is like our baby to us. We're like, this is like our therapy, I guess, right?
We like to stay in tune with the world and stuff.
And we appreciate anybody that comes on, our guests. Yeah. We honestly, it's an honor to us because you know what, you guys took the time to come out, and we appreciate it, and we also appreciate what you're doing and what what your music, and that's awesome that you're doing that,
and especially for me, not to interrupt you, I'm sorry, that's what we do, but it's just cool to see other younger dudes when what I was doing back in the day, and I was trying, man, but I'm still involved in the hip hop music. I still got a couple.
I think you were wrong. You were like late in the phone and the
because it was before
to hustle your music.
I think if
you were late on that.
I was late on it.
Like you would have. A little further, but
a little further. Yeah. But here's the thing. I still love to hear people's stories like him. Like, he reminds me a little bit of me, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, what I want to tell him, when we used to follow him to all his concerts, we had women throwing his G-strings at him, bras.
So did you get better looking overnight when the music started coming out? A lot of girls talk about that, man. Because I did. When I put out a music video, all of a sudden I got better looking overnight.
He's like a Johnny's. He's like a Johnny's.
All the ladies, man. All the ladies.
I think it's understandable like back in those days because like if you had a video out, you're the real deal, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like now it's like if you don't have one out, like who's taking you serious?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Like who's taking you serious? Like are you really trying to do something? Because everything is consumed visually nowadays.
But the good thing is that internet and social media, all that, it's like you're out there. TikTok, anything, you're out there, right?
It's crazy.
And it helps.
It does help if you know how to utilize it correctly because, posting and, you have to be strategic about the way you post and the way you approach, certain things that you're trying to put in front of people. But
and what you say.
Yes, and what you say.
Because, oh my God, they will twist that shit like a...
they do.
But you know what?
They twist
like
that shit like a motherfucker.
They do, but you know what? Like, I'll be honest, like there's there's some things that my friends have told me like you shouldn't say that, and it's just like why not? Like
why not?
Yeah.
Look at tell them this is what you're gonna do.
I'm not saying anything vulgar. I'm not saying anything that isn't true. I'm not saying obviously if you're gonna insult a certain demographic, like with malice behind it, but like why can't I say this or why can't I say that? Cause
hold on, no, that's not completely true. Because I heard a couple lines in your track. You said something like and I like the song. I think it was from you talked about some girl. You said fuck it. What was the line?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. There's a lot of lines in that one because it was like,
oh
yeah, man.
Hey, I gotta call him out. Hey, he said, you're not no Christian rapper, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, no. Well, that was a Nothing But It. That was actually the first video that I filmed. That was filmed by Ray, the DP.
I know what you said. You said something like. The Big ET, like where I get my bitches at too, or something. What'd you say? Or
it was like
what was that line you said?
Yeah,
it was a dope line though.
Yeah, it was like you couldn't give me love, so I'm gonna get it from the block or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But it was dope. But it was dope.
Yeah.
Hey, you're keeping it real. It is what it is.
Yeah. So I mean, you just everyone's always gonna have something to say.
Yeah.
And you know what? At the end of the day, te vale vergs.
Yeah.
A mí también.
Yeah. If people who really know me know, my true intentions, they know like, how I move and how I conduct myself. So, if you say something that slips.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what? They're always going to have something to say. Right. Always. And at the end of the day, you just got to keep it moving and hustling.
Nobody's perfect.
So we have a little gift for you.
Oh.
Just a little something.
Hell yeah. I got to grab mine too before you want to grab for me, Casey? Yeah. You don't have to come on camera, but I want to give it to them.
I can't even wear it, but
Shut up.
My bad.
Open it. No, open it. It's a little something small we give everybody, but
hell yeah. Well, I appreciate this. Yeah. No,
thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. You can read the card later. It's in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like to do that, like Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you. So I brought these for you guys. I brought Norma. I brought her the trucker hat. We just did these.
I love this.
And then I brought Rollo the navy blue with the underbill.
Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I'm gonna show it to the camera right here.
I'm gonna truck it out.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no worries.
Back in our day, we call it El Toro, man. That's why I liked it. I wanted it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you. And thank you for mine. Oh, what?
Big ET in the house.
I actually collect shot glasses too.
I do too.
Yeah. So I appreciate this. This is gonna.
That's our original logo. Our Raw Opinions. That was our original. But yes.
I love it. Thank you so much, you guys. This really means a lot. I love when I get gifts because I don't really get them often either.
You don't?
And I'm gonna use this for sure.
You got about maybe like 5 minutes. Can you talk about your EP real quick and your and what you're doing? Like try to wrap it up and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like
all right. I'm dropping an EP next month, sometime in November. Before then, I don't have a name yet. Well, I do, but I'm gonna save it. You know what I mean? Okay. Like just because it's not concrete yet. And it's a EP produced by Hunger Force Beats. Shout out to my dog Hunger Force.
Shout out.
It does a lot of the newer dudes from today. Some of the more notable ones. Like he has credit to his name, like G Perico, Larry June, 2 Chainz, Joey Fats. Dope. So there's some of the dudes and a lot of the underground dudes as well. So I'm had an EP with him. We're doing a show at the end of the month. Shout out to my homies from Santaneros Car Club. They're having me perform at their second annual trunk or treat. It's at El Barco Cantina in Santana off of 17th Street.
Santana, my stomping ground.
Yeah, shout out to Santana. Shout out to Santana. They show a lot of love. They show a lot of love out there. Yes. So shout out to Santana.
714.
Yeah, 714. And we got another toy drive coming. We did one last year where we. I got together with a pretty notable business that was here. It's been here for quite some time. It's called Burger Town USA.
Burger Town, or it's that?
Yeah. So, mine.
Dude,
yeah.
You know what?
Shit.
She's so mean to us. We'll talk about that later.
Everybody says that.
She's so mean.
You know what's crazy is that. You know what's crazy is that
but her food's good.
Yeah, it is. Shout out to Mai. I just did their website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just designed their website and it's up there. And but yeah, I've had a good relationship with Mai over the years. She's the stories that if those walls could talk, I mean, they would tell you some shit. But shout out to Mai. I approached several people, including like the city and the church, a couple of churches. I won't name which one around the, El Toro area. And I told them like, I want to do a toy drive. I've been getting so much love. My numbers have been dope. I've been having, significant progress, and I can't say that that's all me. Without the people, and their support, none of this would exist. So I want to do something. I want to give back. And I also want to give back to those who give back, that are willing to give back.
Good for you. Yeah.
So I was like, I came up with this idea. Let's do a toy drive, and let's for every donor, we'll have like a raffle, and we'll donate something to that donor, So I got turned down by the city, got turned down by the church. Okay, understandable. And I don't know. I guess it is what it is. And I approached Mai I was like, maybe she's with it. And sure enough, she's like, yeah. And so the owner of Burger Town, she donated a free meal for every toy that was donated out of her pocket.
Baby. Put
Don't ever say she's mean again.
Shout out to my man.
Okay, Burger Town, USA.
Shout out to Burger Town.
I know exactly where that's at, bro. I know. Yeah, I remember growing up.
Hey, Norma just ate there from today. I brought her breakfast.
Oh yeah.
So just she's
Town.
Burger Town.
They do. Yeah, they do.
Best French toast, but she's mean to me.
Yeah, we get that a lot. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mai. So like
shout out to Mai.
We're doing another one hopefully at the end of this year. And
let us know. We'll be there.
Oh yeah, I would definitely send
we'll be there for sure.
We want to get involved, bro.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely will.
Sure.
We definitely will. And shout out to I can't take all the credit. Shout out to my dogs, Lake Forest Party, Caesar from Lake Forest Party Rentals, DJ Expand, and the homie Mr. Luna that actually came in to help me last year. It was originally I had been talking about a toy drive for a couple years, and then my friend Mr. Luna, who does tattoos right here at True at Heart, he was like, I'll help you out. I'm down to get on the team. And then sure enough, my friend Caesar had always told me throughout the years, he saw me doing music. He's like, hey, if you ever need anything, he owns his own business called the Lake Forest Party Rentals. It's a pretty big business, so a good self-sustainable business. Shout out to him and all of his success. I remember when he first started out, and he told me, if you ever need anything, just approach me, let me know, and I got you. And I did. I told him about the toy drive and showed love. And then I got my friend DJ Expand on the team. So we all put it together, and we just had a meeting about it this past couple weeks ago. So we're anticipating to do another one this year. And aside from that, there's not really anything else I can think of. My brand's doing, well.
The Big ET?
Yeah,
what's your handle on Instagram?
Yeah, tell us your Instagram and all that, where they can find you.
All right, so you guys can find me on Instagram at OCXMOTA, everywhere, all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube.
And he doesn't smoke mota. It's his last name,
It's his last
It's my last name.
So he's
It's
a
my
good
last
boy.
name.
But he
Yeah,
does drink. He does drink.
Does
I do drink. I don't mind a drink,
Thank you, OCXMOTA, for coming
Yeah,
to
shout out to you guys.
our podcast. We appreciate you. We appreciate what you're doing with the toy drive. And we will be there to
And your
support.
music.
Just let us and your music. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, and I want to applaud you guys on everything that you guys are doing. These guys are not playing around, and I look forward to seeing you guys' progress and your continued success.
Appreciate
and if there's ever anything that I can help you guys out with, just please let me know. I don't have much, but I'm always willing to help out somebody.
Ditto.
You know what I mean?
Ditto, man.
Shout out to KC. Shout out to Rollo. Shout out to Queen Chola.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
And
Thank you guys.
Let me end it with this. My slogan. OCXMOTA
was not
afraid to come on the show, baby.
Hell no. Thank you guys. Shout out to All Raw Opinions. Thank you.
Man. Good show.
Thank you.
The hottest